Yo, what it do everybody, it's your boy Aztec coming at you with that new gameplay video. You're catching me playing some Warframe today, and it's been a little while since the last time that I've played Warframe day in and day out. I think I said this before, but this is my main game. It's been a little dry with content. Veilbreaker did release not that long ago, but I think we're waiting for the DV Paradox more than that. I still need to go fight some of the Archon bosses. I know that I did it in story mode before when they first arrived, but I need to do it within this new version of it. I know there's some things that were talked about, and I think this is going to be part of the topic of conversation today. We're going to be talking about Devstream 164. I know it's been some days already. I was trying to get this video out sooner, but I got a little bit busy, so I didn't have enough time to be able to release it. I did make the recording, but the time I was ready to release it, it just wasn't going to be right. So I just kind of having to re-record, which is completely fine. But yeah, let's get right into it. We're not going to be doing anything crazy. We're just going to do some elite onslaught to complete one of the Nightwave, I guess, tasks. I need to do that, and I think it's just like to get some like elite NPCs or whatnot, so we're just gonna go that way. We're gonna be using Rhino. This is actually my main frame, not using Revenant Prime, even though I have them already, but I haven't transferred much over. I did like the cosmetic side of things, but I don't think I've done all the others, so I just figured, well, let's just go with this one. First topic of conversation. This won't be like everything from the Devstream. It's just kind of gonna be some of the topics that I felt like I really wanted to talk about. So yeah, let's talk about crossplay. So the version that I'm waiting for more, or the side that I'm waiting for the most, is actually cross save, which is not exactly this, but that's fine. You know, the reason why I'm waiting more for cross save is because I have friends that play on consoles and they want to be able to bring their save data. You know, they don't want to restart all over, so which is completely understandable. You can put a ton of hours into this game and you don't want to lose that. Like, I wouldn't want to lose 800 plus hours just because of that. So anyways, they're waiting on that. But it is nice that we're getting more and more updates. It keeps the community happy. It's always good to get updates just so we're up to date with whatever they kind of working on. Obviously, they don't need to like tell us everything, but it is nice to hear about it here and there, because you always, you know, within like most like dev streams, like there's going to be that question that pops up. It sounds like they're working more with the Xbox consoles right now, which is fine. Eventually, I'm sure Switch is going to come into the equation, and then PlayStation systems or whatever. Like, I'm not saying that's the order, but just eventually we probably see those. And obviously, like mobile and all of that stuff. There was a time that I actually really wanted the cross save for the Switch version, but now that I have a Steam Deck, like, it doesn't make that much sense. Obviously, it plays better on the Steam Deck, so I'm gonna be using that going forward for when I'm on the go and I really want to like clear out some like alerts or something like that just happen to pop up. But yeah, that is pretty nice that we're hearing about that. Moving on, let's talk about the new frame. I thought her name was gonna be Loba. they didn't say that, but I know they kind of like mentioned it just for fun, and that would have actually been a pretty cool name. I dig that. However, there is going to be like some sort of way that we're going to be able to, I think they've already talked through this, but I might have missed all details on it, or full details, where the community is actually going to be able to name the frame or have the chance to be able to do that. And that's really cool, just because you get to engage with the community a little bit more. You know, it makes us feel like we're part of building the game, right? With all the feedback and everything that, you know, the community tends to supply back to the devs, and that is just nice to have the ability to do that a little bit more, where we're having, you know, a little bit more impact. So hopefully they keep doing things like those moving forward. I think they're going to pick the top 10 names that get submitted. And yeah, I'm interested to see what what some of the names are, how creative people can get, or, you know, whatever the name. But the frame looks actually pretty cool. They showed different color palettes, like possible color palettes. And I think there was like one main one that they really liked. But it looks pretty cool. I do want to see like, because this was talked through as well, what does the detail transition look like from 2D to 3D? Will it stay intact? Is it going to lose quite a bit of it? What is that going to look like within that, right? So I do want to see the outcome. But again, the frame looks pretty cool. So we'll see when we get this new frame. We just got Styanax not so long ago, so I was pretty surprised that we're going to get a new one, like, not that far, I guess. But yeah, 51st frame, so that's gonna be cool. Moving on, Archons and just like boss fights in general. So it sounds like they don't have a full and concrete way of mechanics within like bosses, right? I think we're like we're like super powerful space ninjas, and how do you balance that out and still make it fun for like veteran players versus new players? You don't want them to get frustrated where they can't do any damage to the boss. Is it mechanics based? Is there like portions where you can only do so much damage? Will that kind of get boring? Is that not fun? Again, I haven't really played through them, but I've heard some feedback. I don't know, are they just like really bullet spongy? What does that look like once I get more into Veilbreaker? I guess I did complete the story side of things, like that first part, but I haven't done much more beyond that point. So maybe when I get a chance to run some of those, I'll have a little bit more context. But yeah, I do want to see what their thought process is here moving forward as they kind of talk through these. I know they got other things to keep in mind, but or I guess top of mind is a better way to put it. Well, Deviri Paradox. I want to see what the boss encounters look like there, and does that make sense to transition that to some of the new ones that will be up and coming, in future iterations or whatnot. So there's that. The next thing is Prime Resurgence. So this was something that I remember was around, what was it, late last year. It did give me the ability to get some frames that I didn't have myself. For example, Saren, Revenant Prime, and this is just cool for like new players in general. It's like, I guess a good way for them to get some of these prime frames that at the end of the day they're a little bit more powerful, but it's really just more the cosmetic side, to be honest. But it is nice to have them though in your collection if you want a complete collection. But that's gonna be cool because it's gonna be a monthly rotation. I guess they're gonna switch them out, so the yearly vaulting seems to be going away. So we'll see how that works out. But I still have some frames that I haven't actually been able to get, and yeah, we'll see how that works out. This might be a really good segue to talk about the new Prime, Revenant Prime. I will be honest, I have not built Revenant Prime. So, and I know I need to. Well, some of my favorite YouTube streamers or YouTube content creators, they play as Revenant. That's their main frame. I just, I don't know. It's not that I don't want to. Maybe I just haven't. I've been focused on some of the other frames when I do try to unlock them or whatnot and build them. So yeah, for anybody that mains Revenant, I'm excited for you. I need to play with the mechanics of that frame and see, like, if it is a frame that I want to pursue moving forward, to like, max them out and mod them and all that type of stuff. But eventually I know I will get that frame just for the collection wise. So yeah, Revenant Prime, that's pretty cool. I wonder who's next. I wonder who is next. I think if it was up to me, I would like to see a Wisp Prime. That would be cool. What else? I'm trying to think what other ones. Protea Prime, that would be pretty cool. That's kind of all I can think of right now. But yeah, new Prime. Overall, I thought it was a really good Devstream. I really like that part where they talked about the sound design. I know, like, I just enjoy all aspects of, you know, game creation. So having that put on there, and it was like for a pretty lengthy amount of time, I thought was cool. You could definitely notice the person that was presenting that part, like that is his profession. He's pretty proficient with just like the, you know, I don't know if that was Audacity or if it was Audition or whatever it was, but you could definitely notice that, you know, he's used to that UI, and that is what he does all the time. So that was pretty cool to see. And yeah, just the creation process of it. I would like to see more of that type of stuff. I'm sure they've probably done it in different dev streams. I'm just not on all of them, if I'm being honest. But I think you know, I think they've done maybe like the 3D modeling side or maybe something like that, if I can remember right. But if they haven't, that's cool. If they can do a little bit more of those, it's just cool, you know. So there's that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I want to talk about. Again, pretty good dev stream. We'll see what's up next. Hopefully we get a little bit more insights as to how crossplay went. When is cross save coming? If there's any sort of like time frame, if it is like before the end of the year. If it's not, that's fine, as long as they, you know, they get it right, and you know, you don't have too many bugs or whatever it is. You know, I feel like anytime things like those get released, like there's always going to be some hiccups and stuff like that, but hopefully they gather as much information, learnings, or whatever it is to be able to understand how to make that perfect for launch. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave it, just so this video isn't way too long. Let me know what your thoughts are on Devstream 164. What are some of the topics that you were interested in? Is there anything that you're looking forward to? Do you have any friends that play Warframe on other consoles that, you know, it's going to be cool to be able to play with them a little bit more? The market's probably going to change a little bit too, right? So yeah, you know, like, comment, subscribe, share the video out, dislike it if you want to. That's completely fine as well. Give me some feedback. I'm getting more used to creating these videos, and I'm gonna try to release them. I think I've said this in my last video, maybe every 2 weeks, so you might see them weekly. I don't know if there's gonna be like a schedule to it. It just kind of depends on, you know, what's coming out, if there's any news or anything immediate that I want to talk about. So expect to see more on Warframe, some other games as well. Let me know any specific games that you would like to see. But yeah, this has been Aztec. Peace out.